Poverty levels here, one of the highest in the country. What is that? The plants growing from the inside? I'm trying to meet some locals.
30, 40 years ago, this was a mecca for life.
So what happened?
I don't mind working, making me $1 or $2. Now I'm taking care of my great-grandchildren. Glory to God. Hallelujah.
The median home price is here, $42,000.
You picked the right time to come. Look how green these trees is.
It's beautiful. Are you a police officer?
No, I'm the mayor.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I scored, all right. Got an old motel here.
We need to bring some jobs here. We need to bring some jobs here. Well, who the hell's gonna work them?
It's been like that for a long time. This town has some serious architectural gems. Can I walk out on this?
Yeah, absolutely.
This is amazing. I could sit out here for an afternoon.
It's the Delta.
Good morning, guys. Today we have quite an interesting road trip ahead of us. We're going through the Arkansas Delta, one of the poorest parts of the country. It's seen a huge population decline and an increase in crime. A lot of agriculture still happening, but just less people working out there. More machines, less people. One side of the street falling apart in Mariana, one rising. Oh, look at that beauty. Mariana, it's got some gems. Huh. Okay, this is a pretty dangerous place statistically, but coming in, I'm actually quite surprised by what I'm seeing. We have a nice square here. Get out and walk around, talk to some people. How you doing, sir? You live here in Mariana?
Yeah.
How's it going?
Oh, good. I'm Justin.
Peter, you're from here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Born and raised, yeah.
How are things these days?
It's okay. It's peaceful.
Good to hear. Is this your shop?
No, my godmom operates that shop.
Your godmama?
It's not really a lot to do, but you gotta make stuff to do. I do farming.
Oh, that's cool.
So I love it. It's very rewarding. And
Farming's very rewarding?
Yeah, and I volunteer at a food pantry. Yeah.
I'm gonna walk around, sir.
Nice to meet you.
You too, appreciate it. You can see wealth from the past in those houses when we were coming into town, in buildings like this. This is cotton territory, and the money flowed in here. There's a port here, the Mississippi right over there. The port was thriving. Mariana had its heyday. And I gotta say, it looks better than I thought, because on paper, went from roughly 6,200 people back in 1980 to 3,200 right now. And crime, 2 homicides last year, 2 homicides the year before. When you have 3,200 people, that puts the percentages up big time. Poverty levels here are pretty high, one of the highest in the country. So, hey, good job here in Mariana keeping the downtown nice, because you wouldn't know just by coming in here, but it's roughly 56% fall below the poverty line. In loving memory of the Lee County's Confederate soldiers, that is Robert E. Lee up there. No braver bled for a brighter land, no brighter land had a cause so grand. That will fire up the comments for sure. What's that?
I got a freaking piece of paper for a charge that they did not give me when they arrested me. Then on top of that, I done filed 3 different incident reports about my car that Preston Lane stole, and they had no record of it. Bro, I'm finna sue.
What happened to the car?
Bro, he took it to the salvage yard. He stole it from me. Him and 2 crackheads. They pulled it off my friend's property.
Do you want this on a video?
Man, like, I'm just at the point where I'm so sick of Mariana. They are useless. I grew up in Atlanta. Bro, the stuff people get away with down here is really, like, unheard of.
What's it like right now?
Bro, it's terrible. I freaking always hated Mariana. And ever since I've been an adult, it's just like, I really hate Mariana. I've gotten 3 different tickets in this stupid ass town for something that my ticket that you charged me with when you put me in handcuffs for a traffic violation.
So you're totally innocent? You didn't
I didn't do anything. I
All right.
called them because somebody put me out the house. I was bleeding, had freaking handcuffs on my arm. I have a problem with my wrist. They had to do freaking x-rays and everything. And they said that I was being like unreasonable.
Okay.
I stay in Montana. I came back down here. I just lost my brother yesterday, bro. Like,
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm just at the point where I'm just so over Arkansas as a whole. Like, bro, I only came to file my divorce. Freaking, I lost my brother in the mix of it. He just died, like, bro, yesterday. And then on top of that, I got arrested for some bullshit. I was like, bro, I came down here to make sure my name was clear. I just wanted to drop my marital status. That was it. I wanted to be an officer, and watching them here, it puts a bad name on any type of freaking like law enforcement. Bro, Mariana, really, they need to shut down the police station and just give it to the sheriffs.
In situations like that, when you're not privy to all the information, well, I have no idea what happened. So just showing you what I'm running into, you guys. See, some of these old buildings have come down, and then we have this place. A lot of flags. You were born and raised in Mariana.
Went to college and got a degree and moved back home.
Oh, that's cool. So this is your shop.
Getting ready for all the summer holidays. I have all sorts of baby gifts, patriotic decor, and just odd and end things you might need.
Any small business is tough. Is this hard to make it fly in this town or not really?
It has its challenges. I just opened in November. I taught school for 14 years.
Oh,
so I just opened, and
are you you're another teacher that's left? Mm-hmm. I meet you guys all the time.
I'm sure you do, in droves.
In droves. That's the story across the country, and I hate to say it, but it is.
It is. It's not just here, it's everywhere.
It's everywhere. A lot of young teachers getting into small businesses like this.
Now, I do keep my teaching license, keep the hours, keep my license current.
Okay.
Hopefully I don't ever have to use it again.
Really? Did you teach locally?
Within like 30 minutes of here.
Okay.
I never taught here in Mariana, though.
It's just become more challenging over the years, huh?
Mm-hmm. And I have my master's, actually. I wasn't in the classroom. I had gifted and talented, so kids filtered in and out all day, and it's still not the same today as it was when I started 14 years ago.
It's changed that much in 14 years.
Yeah. My great uncle, who's 91, bought my great aunt's engagement ring here 70 years ago, maybe a little more.
So it was a jewelry shop.
And then it closed, and it was empty for a while, and it had started falling in because of that building. And the county trust got a grant, and they redid this building, and I was able to just walk in.
That's cool. And it's on the National Register of Historic Places. That's so awesome.
It's a good little town to live in. I love it. We have a really good chief of police now.
Okay.
And he runs a tight ship, so things have been really good since he got here. So
when did he get here?
I want to say within the last 6 months to a year, maybe.
Okay.
And then he and the sheriff, the county sheriff, work closely together, and they both keep things under control pretty well. So.
All right. And name of your business?
It's Toodles, Flowers, and Gifts.
Toodles, Flowers, and Gifts.
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Take care. All right, guys, just showing you what I see. I'm going to give you the good, the bad, and everything in between. Never try to sugarcoat, never try to put a place under the bus. And look, I'm here for a short period of time. I'm coming in for a couple hours at most. No expert on this town, but can take a little temperature with the camera through the people we meet, and you guys can take it from there. This is interesting travel though, for me at least. I think for a lot of you, if you're in Arkansas and you want to cruise through the Delta, I mean, these towns they create a feel, like falling in a pothole. They create a feel, and most of the people usually are pretty cool. Look at this. Never seen a hearse like that. Okay, sir, so what are you doing here in Mariana?
I'm a mental health therapist. I work with children ages 5 to 18.
How's it going?
That's a twofold question. I love mental health. I love bringing awareness to mental health. We need so much more awareness.
Okay.
Especially with our children, and especially in rural communities with the stereotypes of mental health. In that sense, I love what I do because I love bringing awareness, but it also makes me sad to see so much mental health.
What are the kids needing right now, let's say, from what you see?
It will go beyond the kids. I would say we will have to start with the parents. Parenting classes, courses, skills, resources, especially in our underdeveloped rural counties. they definitely need resources. Many of our children have not been exposed to the culture of things that's right there within their own state.
I just met a former teacher, and I hate to say it, I hear that story all the time all over the country. Younger former teachers.
Yeah.
Do you see that?
I do.
And they're just burning out, or what?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. What do? You know, how do you fix something that's bigger than you? You know, you feel ineffective and
right.
Yeah.
So it's a collaboration between home life, obviously, and school life.
And school life.
Not one can do it all.
Not one can do it all.
They need each other.
Yeah.
So if the teachers have a lot of students where the home life for those students isn't so good, and then a lot of weight comes on them, and vice versa.
And you know, we see it in Hollywood with a lot of the movies where they do things like where children have basketball, taekwondo. You know, we see it, but we don't have those. You know, we have a basketball team at the school, but it's got, what, 12, 15 players? Where the rest of them go? Or what if I'm not?
How do you get them motivated, you know? Because it's a personal decision. Kids got to they need the leadership, but then people they have to want to do it, right?
And they have to know that it exists. For example, if I'm a teenage boy, but I'm not good at sports, what do? I don't know anything about poetry. I've never been exposed to it. I don't know anything about skateboarding.
Yeah, okay.
I've never surfed before. You know, so a lot of times they're not exposed.
Bad news, that might not be happening out here.
I'm sure
the surfing part. Surfing the Delta.
Yeah. You know, but I think a lot of times they wouldn't know that they have these hidden talents if they could be exposed.
There's a lot of talent out here.
It is.
I was just in Little Rock, south of the line, in the so-called hood. A lot of talent in there. And they just need like that connection to the thing.
Exactly.
And I think it's the mindset too, knowing that it's possible.
And there's several components. They also need someone that believes in them. Johnny's parent may not know how. Not that she's a bad parent, but she just may not know how to be a support system. So sometimes mentoring is good for both the kid and the parent.
It's a deep problem.
But
But people like you, I really respect for helping. Yeah. So, and I got to say on a side note, people super friendly here. Everyone's waving. You know, a lot of smiles.
Southern hospitality is a real thing.
Real thing.
It's a real thing.
The Lord said your children should be obedient to their parents and show them respect. But you also should show your children respect. You should invest in your children. You should teach them and show them the way. Let them know all about the Savior, the Lord thy God, and show them the way. Because without God, you can't make it. But you also
get valet service here.
You also need the world teaching also when you do the spiritual teaching.
So you think we need more of that in society?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Because let me tell you something. There's a lot of these children walking around here that got mothers and don't even know nothing about the Savior. You understand me? And they just doing what they see their parents doing because they have no teacher, nobody to tell them, show them right from wrong. These young people out here, they walk and they go here and there. They don't feel like they love. They don't have nobody to tell them that they love them. They don't have nobody to tell them that you can make it. They don't have nobody to teach them, you know, to show them the way like my mother taught me. Now, see, my father went in my life until I was 14, but my mother taught me.
Yeah.
What was wrong, what was right. She taught me how to work. I started working at 5 years old in the field. I might not have a college education, but I always worked and made my own money. My mama said your own money better than anybody's money. But my grandkids and my children, and I have grandchildren that graduating out of college, going to be a lawyer, going to be an accountant, going to be doctors. I got all that going on my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren's side. I don't mind working, making me $1 or $2. I don't have to go out there beg nobody for nothing. You hear what I'm saying? Now I'm taking care of my great-grandchildren. Glory to God. Hallelujah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lord.
You fired me up.
God is good. God is good. You hear me? You got to teach these children. You got to teach them about the law of the land. You got to teach them about God. You got to discipline them. You hear what I'm saying? Hallelujah.
Loud and clear.
You got to discipline them. You ain't got to beat them and disrespect them and count them, but just talk to them nice and let them know, hey, I'm the boss. You do what I said do and how I said do. See what I'm saying? I've never been in jail in my life. Never been there. She just lost her brother. Her brother got killed.
Yeah, you just told me.
Yeah. And you know.
That's beautiful.
Amen, baby. Amen. So these children get in these
Excuse me.
bad relationships.
Do you want her to call
and they
you
don't know
about
how
the
to
one
get
back
out
in
of it.
October?
What's that?
They get in these bad relationships and they don't know how to get out of it. Sometimes they kill each other.
And I agree with you. I'm not
Because they ain't
disagreeing with
been taught nothing. They ain't been teaching nothing. You know what I'm saying?
It all comes from the
No
parenting.
love, no nothing. You know,
Yeah.
no counseling, no nothing.
Wonder what this was, you guys. You can see the columns here spaced out in the front. I'm sure a beautiful building, and you can see the floor here. That nice tile floor, and not long ago, probably a bank, I'm guessing. People were walking in here, the money was coming in, the money was going out. Or any local here, tell us what this was. Oh, that's too bad. This is on the National Register of Historic Places also. Huh, what is that? The plants growing from the inside? Never seen anything like that, where the building is getting eaten out by nature from the inside. That is so wild. Mariana, you're gonna see this, the lines down. Once you get off that main square where we were, it starts turning into this. This is interesting. There are actually some really cute homes here. I mean, you're getting this for nothing in these parts. This is just like literally a quarter mile from the downtown area. And so I'm guessing these are the business people in and around Mariana that have agricultural businesses. I'm guessing that, don't know. Then it goes to this pretty much immediately. All right, guys, right here, the end of last year, there was a homicide right at this intersection, Chestnut in Alabama. A 20-year-old was shot and killed. And unfortunately, you hear a lot of that in some of these rougher parts of Arkansas and across the deep south, across the country, you know, in the rougher neighborhoods where something like someone got shot over 20 bucks, something like that. Saw it in Pine Bluff, a video I did a few weeks ago. Like the woman said, sweeping earlier today, it all comes from the parents, the community, the schooling. And if you don't have good parenting, rewards, positivity, and consequences, then things get out of line. And you get that, a 20-year-old who shouldn't have died, dying. Okay, so this town, I think we've seen enough. Let's get off to the next town, Helena, West Helena. These are pretty amazing machines, huh?
Yeah, technology's come a long way.
So the Delta right now, the agriculture is thriving for the most part, right? Like people making good livings out here?
Well, it's been tough. This past year was really tough. Prices were not good. It was just a tough year. This equipment, everything's so expensive.
What's a tractor like that costing? Out the door.
It's probably close to 400,000, if not
400,000. Wow.
Probably a little more. The commodity prices have stayed. They're at the same price they would probably add in the 40s and 50s for cotton. Cotton this past year was the 60-cent range.
60 cents a pound?
Yes.
So I see a lot of nice houses here in the countryside, a lot of nice properties. So people are doing pretty well out here, right?
Well, it's, you know, there's been some that's been fortunate enough to have some good years. It's a decent living. It's a lot of hard work, a lot of worry, a lot of stress.
And stress with stuff that's out of your control, like commodity prices and the weather. How much is your diesel here?
Well, farm fuel's probably in the $4 range. Highway road fuel's probably, I hadn't looked, probably $5.
Anything you'd want to tell the country from a farmer's perspective?
I just don't think they realize how important the agriculture is. It comes from a farm. It just don't show up at the grocery store.
What do you think of the solar panels coming in? Driving in here from the highway, coming into these fields. What do you think on that?
I don't like it. If it was some land that was pretty much useless, won't grow any crops or anything, I don't see a problem with it, but I hate to see them put on good cropland.
You know, I do too. It's just like at a visceral level, it feels off because this land is where we get our food from. To cover it all with panels would take forever. But if you're covering some of that great land with panels, sort of an industrial material on top that's toxic, if it cracks or breaks, it doesn't make sense to, like, you don't want to ruin that soil, right?
Right.
Like, put it in industrial areas, top of buildings,
right,
out in the desert.
Yes. I just hate to see them go up, but you know, I guess as a landowner, it's hard to turn that money down.
Is it good?
It's pretty good from what I hear.
They make a good offer?
Yes, I think it is, but I couldn't tell you exactly what it is.
So if someone came in and said, we'd love to put solar panels up here on your field, there's going to be a price for you eventually, right? Mm-hmm. If they say $5 million, you're going to do it.
Well, every field that I work, I rent. I don't own one piece of property. I rent everything.
Okay, but if you did own it?
If I did own it, I don't think I could do it, no.
Just out of principle?
Yeah. I'm going to say I wouldn't do it, but, you know, it's hard to, you were put in that position, you never know what the situation is.
You know, all of a sudden something happens, unfortunately, you have health expenses, some things happen in your life, someone said, here's $5 million, you don't have to work on your field anymore.
Yeah.
It's tough to say no, right?
It would be tempting, it would, it really would, but I sure hate to see it.
All right, sir, well, thank you for your work.
Yes.
We couldn't live without you guys.
I appreciate it. Well, be careful.
Thank you, sir. All right, guys, it just started getting hilly here. You saw those homes coming into town. Beautiful, tons of property. There's Helena and West Helena. They came together in 2006. I guess to have more power in the county, to have a bigger number, because the population, like so many of these towns, has declined. Median family income, from what I read, was $46,000. But check this out, the median home prices here, $42,000. That's median. Whoa, look at this. This has got some beauties. So Port Town, cotton was huge here. Blues came in strong in the 50s and 60s. Very strong blues heritage, music heritage. Still a festival going on here, I guess. An agricultural economy on the outskirts of town, some chemical manufacturing, and then this is it. This is the downtown. All right, guys, I want to talk to you about something happening behind the scenes to all of us. Our personal data gets hoovered up by data brokers and sold all across the internet. So earlier this year, I found a solution to this problem, Incogni. Incogni is a personal information removal service that wipes yourself from the internet. So we have the right to remove ourselves from these lists. But to try to do this one by one would be a full-time job. I started using Incogni in February and I've seen exceptional results. Here's my dashboard where I've been removed from 1,448 data brokers. That is amazing. And you can see here all of the data brokers that have tried to poach my personal information. For me, I currently have 237 that are being removed. So what you need to do is sign up to Incogni and they'll do the consistent, constant, in the background work of removing you from these websites. So I've received way less spam emails, spam calls, junk mail, which removes one of life's biggest annoyances. And since this is a game like whack-a-mole, you can't just do this once and be done. It's a constant process, and that's why having Incogni working 24/7, 365 in the background is crucial. I strongly suggest getting Incogni's unlimited plan, which gives the option to request custom removals from any website. There's a huge discount if you use my link down below in the description to get 60% off an annual plan. Take back your personal data with Incogni. Click on the link below, incogni.com/Santenello to get 60% off their annual plan. Now back to the story. Your family owns that distillery right there.
5 years in July. So
what are you guys distilling?
I make vodka gin and a special whiskey called Arkansas Brown with sweet potatoes.
Nice.
Yeah.
So how is this town? There's some businesses coming in, obviously some businesses left.
Yeah, more or less. Some major things going on, I guess, that way. Maybe a grocery store, maybe some renovated housing for students.
Cool.
But, 5 years ago when we just started, there weren't barely anything, but now there's more people walking around like you. And I'm sure you'll see some people walking on the street as well, but everyone who knows this place from what it was says that this was a mecca for life. Again, 30, 40 years ago, and again, that's way before my time.
30, 40 years ago.
But,
mecca for life.
Yeah, well, the street was bustling. I mean, there were street lights on these streets where there's stop signs now because there was so much traffic. So
no way.
All these buildings were businesses at some point, and again, I think people enjoyed the town back then more than they do now. It's a circle, and I think we're trying to bring that circle around.
It takes small business to come in.
Yeah.
So it's your mom and father that own it?
Yeah. Me and my brother, we work it, and they own it. Nice family business.
That's cool. Take care. You have an old shoe shop here, state revenue office. I don't know what revenue they're pulling from down here. And the Delta Dirt Distillery. Oh, we're closed. By appointment open, but that looks cool. Got all these cameras up here. Check that out. All the cameras at the light post. First National Bank. It's one of these yellow line walking tours, as in can walk down the middle of the road and you're in the way of nobody. And what this whole grand building was. It's massive columns, maybe a hotel. Got just holes in the sides of buildings here. You can see that old floor, maybe a pharmacy, general store. So within recent years, this place is known for crime, 95 homicides per 100,000, which puts it way above Little Rock, Memphis, even St. Louis. Now it's a much smaller town, so we're talking per capita, obviously. The US average is 5 per 100,000. 19 times the US average. Looks to be one of the few businesses open.
Hello, how you doing?
Yeah, doing well. How are you doing?
All right.
Is this your business?
Yes, sir.
How's it going?
It's going great.
I'm doing great. I'm making a Delta video.
Okay.
And I like to show small businesses.
Okay. Awesome.
Represent.
No problem.
So, how's it going?
Everything's going great.
That's cool.
Really, it's our thrifting, Muppet and Mrs. Marketplace. We've been in business now for a year. I really appreciate the community because they have been great with the donations, coming out and supporting. As you can see, they're shopping.
Can you walk us around?
Sure. The idea of our business was to give back to the community, to make them feel good about shopping.
Coming downtown to shop.
Yeah, bring some life down here outside of going to the bank and going to kids' school, of course, and getting some good barbecue. I wanted them to feel, hey, when I come down here, I may not can get it at the expensive store, but I know Muppet and Mrs. Marketplace got it, and they're going to give me a great deal for it.
You have great deals.
Yes.
I mean, $5.
Yes.
You're not beating that.
The most expensive thing in my marketplace would be my furniture. You're not even out of $500. You can come and get a whole living room set.
Okay,
bedroom set. I can remember when I was a little girl, and I would be excited to come down here on Saturdays with my mom, and we would start from this end of Cherry, where the statue is down there beside Messina's.
All the way at the end.
All the way at the end. And it would be just cars, before it was shut down.
So we're talking late 80s.
Yes.
That's why. Okay, so what happened?
Well, I guess everybody started, the older ones started, passing away, and the younger ones started getting it. And, nobody really just had the love and passion for it anymore.
Okay.
I guess with us being always in the light of being in the crime and Helena's bad, it's kind of like a stigma that's on the city. But really, I've been here my whole life, and Helena's not that bad. It's affordable. Everything is going up everywhere you go. People are so quick to say, oh, it's nothing here. There are no jobs here. I'm going to leave.
Yep.
Well, what I decided to do was create a space where people can actually look forward to something, you know. It's a business, it's a small business, but hey, we are creating a place where if you need something to do, you can come in. Volunteer work, you know, I coordinate with the school, you know, if the kids coming in and they want to do some hours or something like that. So, you know, it's just always something. It starts small. It may not be big. Then my husband and I, we branched out. We brought the U-Haul business here.
Oh,
you know,
cool.
It was here once before, but it wasn't on this side of town.
Okay.
That has been a great success. Like I said, the community has been very supportive.
That's
They've
great.
been coming out, supporting, showing that love, and hey, I'm just glad that I'm in a position that I can give it back.
You got a great attitude.
Thank you. I try to always stay positive.
Everything.
You know, no matter what. Hey, it's not easy. It's not easy at all, but you have to have a positive mindset to do something like this, especially being an entrepreneur, you know, so.
Yeah,
yes.
But you're making it.
Exactly.
You're getting by, you're paying your bills?
Exactly.
Awesome.
You know what I'm saying? You don't just come out balling and rich. It's about what you put in it, you know? And I've learned that what you put in it is what you get out of it. So if you just go there and just do some, you're going to get some. But if you go there and you put intent behind it, what you're expecting, then you get to see that. And my whole intention was when people come in here and shop with me, they're walking out smiling because they feel like they've got the best deals.
Yeah, I gotta say, I'm all over the country.
Wow.
And I love architecture. You guys have great architect. Like, it has such potential.
Yes, it does.
Right? And it takes people like you that, you know, are courageous, and you sort of you go for it, right? And you plant a stake, and then other people are like, oh, you know what, maybe I can do something over there in that building, right? And then it catches. So if it went down that quickly, there's the possibility. Places are always doing like this. They're always cycling.
Yes.
And so maybe it's at the bottom coming up a little.
Right. Exactly.
I don't know, it's my first time here.
It just takes time. You know, I don't want your first impression to be like, oh my God, it's crime, it's nothing there to do. It has its great features about it. That's why
Good people?
Yes. It's home, it's down south. People I know when I was a little girl, you know, you have some that's still around. You know, so it's the wise, it's the charm here. That's what makes me hang around.
I like Arkansas.
Yeah.
All right, guys, if you're coming through here, you're on a great road trip. You know, a lot of Europeans see these videos. I only know because I got the comments from Germans, from Dutch people from all over saying, hey, I went to some of those places, and a lot of Americans too, of course, and I had a great time. So businesses like this could really use your help, you know, just coming in and buying something or saying hi. You know, people tend to like that. Because look, she's doing a pretty hard thing here, I would think. And I respect someone that does that. A place like this, it's not easy. Look at this beauty. Oh, wow. Sensational lounge. Oh, look at those old tables and the bar. Delta Q and Brew. Taste the hype. Look at this setup. Getting in now. It is a Monday. I'm sure there's some good street activity here when they're open. Got some hoops over there. And guys, I really make an effort not to show kids up close without their parents saying it's cool. But you can see kids hanging out, little hoops going on here. We got the Red Ball store. Music, Delta Blues, big thing here. But you can see they're trying to bring people in. They got this stage over here. That's never a good sign when you see the gang tags up on stop signs. And then it just sort of dies off here once you get off the main street. And look, the population's declined so much. These buildings, people leave, and then the demo unit doesn't come in to take it all down. They're just left, and that's why they start deteriorating, nature comes back, starts taking them over. But all sorts of blues history here. Putting blues on the air. It's King Biscuit time. Past the biscuits, sunshine, sunny pain. Water situation here. Looks like a pipe burst. Got an old motel here, cool old school 50s sign, and people would come from all over for the blues back in the day when this place was thriving, the economy was pumping, music filling the streets. Sir, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing, man?
Good. I'm trying to meet some locals.
Okay.
But
I'm one of the locals.
This is your funeral home. How things going?
It's the Delta. We're dealing with the poorest county in the state of Arkansas. That Delta is like, to the people in Little Rock, Fayetteville, and all of them, it's like the forgotten area of the state.
You guys feel forgotten out here?
Yeah, we do. A lot of the resources, it's not coming this way. You're dealing with 70% black, 30% white, and then just the area. So what they do, they pull the resources away, and they don't really come down. The governor or none of it comes down really in this area. So anytime that you have poverty, you're gonna have crime. Probably the second most dangerous city in the state of Arkansas.
Pine Bluff, #1?
Yeah, Pine Bluff.
I was there.
Yeah. So you're the same thing, right?
Nice people, though. I mean, I was in and out. I'm not living there, so I don't really know. But I met a lot of nice people.
A lot of nice people. Lot of nice people here. When I lived here, I didn't live here. I lived in a little town called Alexa. It's in the country.
I think I cruised through that. That's nice.
Small town. Now that's where everybody's migrating to. There was a time when they didn't want to come to the country, and now everybody wants to go out there because you don't have that crime and people. They're getting away from the city. We had a lot of industries here back in the day. When you start getting into lawsuits and people falling, and everybody's trying to get up on something, and the people, they just start leaving because they didn't want their children, after they finished school here, there was no job for them. The parents had retired, so what they did, a lot of them sold their homes and moved up in the hills or moved out from West Helena.
So who's committing most of the crime? It's young men, right?
Right. Mm-hmm. Just a lot of break-ins. And
is it like 12-year-olds to like 30-year-olds?
Teenagers, a lot of gunfire, and it's just like a wreck at night.
Do you hear it at night?
Oh yeah, I hear it all the time. It's all over the city, but it's usually it's called over the levee area.
Over the levee?
Yeah, there's a levee right here at the very, you can see a little crest part right there.
Yeah.
That's called the levee.
So the one big employer in town, chemical manufacturing, right?
Yeah.
On the outskirts?
And of course Doughboy that makes the pools, the swimming pools.
You can get a good job here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But the problem is being able to pass the drug tests and things like that. See, that's sticky,
A lot of people can't pass it, huh?
Can't pass the drug test.
Is weed in on that?
Weed, people all the time, we need to bring some jobs here, Well, who the hell's gonna work them? If you bring the jobs here, who's gonna work them? If you have some people that's not learned enough, can't read, that understand, because anytime that you have poverty, you're gonna have crime. I have a good life here. I've been here 26 years. I moved from New Jersey. I was born and reared here, but I came back here and opened business. I've been in business 26 years. We have a great living here because I mind my business. I do what I have to do. I don't get involved in anything else.
Well, I appreciate you. I'm making a video on the Delta, and this is how we learn from the locals.
The locals,
yeah.
The ones that'll just tell you the truth about it.
I'm Sid, man.
Sid?
Yeah, C-E-D.
Peter.
Peter?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm Sid.
You grew up here, Sid.
Born and raised right here in Helena.
All right, how is it?
Helltown.
You like it?
I love it.
You love it?
I love it. I love this city, man. I get a peace of mind here. I get a peace of mind here. I don't know about nobody else. I got self-control over me. I run my destiny. What I want to do, I do. You picked the right time to come. Look how green these trees is.
It's beautiful.
This is the natural state. Just ride through the outskirts.
I'm gonna cruise.
Ride through the outskirts, man, and get a clip of all this, man. Film all this here, man. All these good green trees, man. They here. It's been a minute since I said it, but it needs to be reheard. Heltown is the new name and true name of the city you're in. Without a doubt, this part of the South has been labeled as Helltown. I'm not telling a lie. Helena has fell down because of what? First of all, lack of occupation. Second on the record, a proper recreation center for the teens to enter. And third is words that need a better educational system so wisdom can show them escortation for Helena's improvement. That's the medication. When I first did that right there, they didn't have KIP here, and they didn't have the Boys and Girls Club here. It's here now.
Mic drop.
I'ma holler at you, man. I'ma holler at you, man. All right, Pete.
Take care, brother.
Most definitely.
Gotta say, Helena is like no other place I've been in this world. I mean, we haven't even drove around. We gotta get around town. I wanna show you guys some homes here. I found some listings on Zillow. One place is 10,000 square feet. I'll show it to you. I'll show you the price. And another place, super, super cheap and actually looks okay. I got the Helena burrs in my socks. All right, guys, this home right here, for sale, 927 Cherry Street, 4 beds, 2 baths, 2,000 square feet for a price of $16,400. I need some work, not gonna lie, but $16,400. Yeah, that thing's been blown out. Oh, fire got it. Fire got a lot of this stuff. Nature's getting this one. And then you go over here and it's newer, lived in. It looks like government housing. For sure though. You got a lot of those places down there, right over the levee. So the flood came through here in 1927 and washed out a lot of this town, I believe. And you can see this place is up on stilts, ready for the next flood. Tree came down on this one. So much of this here, burnt down homes. In this neighborhood, 5 minutes away. Okay guys, it's this home right here. 4 beds, 5 baths, 10,000 square feet. It's got a pool, $575,000. That is $58 a square foot. And I'm guessing this is where the management lived back in the day for some of the companies in town, the higher paying jobs. Maybe now it's some of the people that work at the chemical plant on the outskirts of town. There you go. You want to have a 10,000 square foot home. That's probably the cheapest price you're gonna get one for. Looks like a sinkhole of sorts. That's interesting. Just the road dropped down and looks like it's been like that for a while. Huh. First time I've seen that in America. It's been like that for a long time.
I think ever since last year.
Last year?
Say. Well, you can go through there. But I think it's more like the piping up under the ground. They'll start on a project and stop.
They started and then stopped.
Yeah.
You live around here? How is it?
It ain't worth living in.
Don't move in. You got a nice playground.
It is. It's about the nicest things over here.
And this house I'm gonna check out up here. Queen Anne thing over there, that's beautiful in the corner.
It is. That's where people go like to get married or have birthday parties and stuff at.
That house over there. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's nice.
Check out this beauty. Pillow Thompson house. Done in the Queen Anne style. It's beautiful. Unfortunately, it's closed. But look at all the curves, all the ornate detail. This town has some serious architectural gems. You just can't recreate any of this stuff anymore. It's never coming back. You're never gonna get that much detail and craft in a home like that. In those churches. This would cost so many millions to make these days. Sir, where are you from?
India.
Punjab, Rajasthan?
Yeah, I'm Punjab.
Punjab, love Punjab.
Yeah.
Best food in India.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Punjabi food, I love it. How's business?
It's good.
It's good?
Yes.
You're one of the few shops in town, right?
Yeah.
How long have you lived here for?
Almost 15 years, sir.
15?
Yes, sir.
What was it like 15 years ago?
Same thing.
Same thing. Is it coming back a little bit right now or not really?
Same.
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 The whole time? Okay. Take care, sir. Thomas C. Hingeman, 1828 to 1868. A lot here, I'll read you a little bit. An advocate of succession, a staunch advocate of Southern rights, Hinman hated abolitionists and believed that succession might be the only hope in protecting slave property. After Abraham Lincoln's election to the presidency in 1860, he actively campaigned for succession and was instrumental in taking Arkansas out of the Union. It is called the Confederate Soldier Cemetery. This is one of these old classic gravestones. A lot of history here. I've been to a lot of places that, well, the people have left, the jobs have left. Does a place like this come back? And why I love doing these videos, other than just because I'm curious and I love learning, and luckily I get to do this and other people are interested, but it's also preserving time and place. So in 20, 30, 40 years, hopefully they're still up online and people can look back and be like, wow, look where things were at then, look where they're at now. Oh, thank you. Can I walk out on this?
Yeah, absolutely.
This?
Come out here if you want.
I'd love to. Go around?
All right, I'll go bring you there.
You live out here?
No, just a camp house.
It's a camp house?
Yeah, just a fishing place to go. And
right off the road?
Yeah.
I had no idea. This is like deep Louisiana bayou.
Oh yeah, Mississippi Delta.
Oh, look at this. That is beautiful. This is amazing. I could sit out here for an afternoon.
It's a beautiful place. You don't get any better sunset.
Oh, I bet. There you go, guys. Right off the side of the road. All right, guys, last town for today, Elaine, Arkansas. Smaller town than Helena, West Helena. Seems to be a similar tale. Got a massive Baptist church there, and the yellow line policy is still in effect, where you can just do this. Who's got something to
Good
say?
meeting. Oh, yeah. Good meeting.
You too, brother.
Yeah, good to meet you.
All right.
Go,
We'll
okay.
talk soon.
All right, I'll let you know. Yeah.
Peter.
Nice to meet you.
Nice
Mayor
to meet
Lisa
you.
Hicks Gilbert, City of Elaine.
Okay, are you a police officer?
No, I'm the mayor.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I scored. All right. There we
Yes,
go.
I am. I'm the mayor.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So what's going on here these days?
What? Oh, a whole lot is going on here at the City
Whole
of Elaine.
lot. Nice.
Yeah.
People moving in, business.
Well, I'm not going to necessarily say people are moving in.
Okay.
But we hope to improve that coming up. But one of the things that we have here, just right here on Main Street, we're starting to work on some of our revitalization.
Okay.
Just freshly painted Main Street here. We're opening up a pocket park.
Okay.
Down here at the American Legion building. Wonderful donation to the city. So we're adding a pocket park to it, upgraded the swings and doing some things like that. Over here, bike trail. That's the trailhead there. The bike trail is expanding.
Okay, cool.
From Elaine, 40 miles, additional miles.
All right.
Down over to Arkansas City.
So,
over there.
Did you grow up here?
I'm born and raised.
Okay.
Graduated high school.
So when you were a kid, what was it like? What was this street like?
Busy.
Busy.
There's so many people here.
It's the story of the Delta,
It's
huh?
the story of the Delta, yes, sir. And that was back when we had the school as well. You know, we lost our schools 20 years ago this year. I think when we lost our school, that had a lot to do with it.
people can't raise kids if there's
Can't
no
raise
school.
kids. Yeah, they can't raise kids, and they're
Okay.
going to go closer to the schools. But when you look at it, you had at that time maybe 20 bus drivers. You had the teachers. You had the administrators. You had the custodians. You had the maintenance people. Those are all jobs.
Yeah.
And then the teachers. They're probably our kids now are bused 30 miles one way to school.
Okay.
Yeah. So it losing our schools definitely took a toll on the community.
But you're putting some energy back in.
I'm working on it. We're just going to have to reimagine what we hope Elaine can be.
What about some food? Any food in town?
We do have the diner's probably closed.
Okay.
Yeah, usually there's the diner
Okay.
open, but I don't think it's closed now.
I'm just gonna cruise around. Is that cool?
Oh, that's fine. Help
All right.
yourself. And I'm gonna tell you one more thing before
Yep.
you leave, because I want you to come back.
All right. Thank
When
you.
we finish this, right across the way here, this used to be the Crumrod store. And as you can see, we're putting little birdhouses, and what we're creating there as part of our tourism and our economic development, we're creating birdhouse museum across the windows there. Hopefully we can get get Governor Sanders to come and declare us, and you'll see our sign, America's Birdhouse Capital. So that'll be part
You're
of our
going
tourism.
for it.
Yeah, we're going for it.
America's Birdhouse Capital.
Yeah. And we got AT&T to leave the old payphone in there. So, no, doesn't have a dial tone. It would be cool if it had, wouldn't it?
Yeah. But it's just cool to see these, huh?
Yeah. So, we're working on some things here, so.
Cool.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mayor.
All right, you're welcome. Thank you for coming.
All the best.
All right.
Hello, officer. How things going these days?
Ain't nothing major going down here. Everybody down here is like family and stuff down here, so ain't nothing really going on down here.
That's awesome.
It's quiet. I come here at 5, from 5 to 10, and man, to make sure everybody's safe down here. That's it. But ain't no crime down here. Come down in the middle of the night and drop an E-pen on the ground. That's how quiet it is.
Smart laundromat.
Yeah. Okay. This is my phone, right?
Oh, so you're at home just controlling all of this.
Yeah. Because the other one got burned up.
Your other laundromat got burned up?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I had to improve it.
Mr. Beal is fixing stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, you're monitoring. How's crime? Is there much crime or no?
No, not really, not a whole lot of crime. But they say my laundromat on fire.
They set it on fire?
Mm-hmm.
When that happened?
July the 10th of last year. Small, suppressed town.
But you're making something out of it.
Yeah,
You're making it go.
I'm trying. It's hard. And I work Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at Lennox in Stuttgart, building air conditioning. Oh.
It's spinning, but it ain't catching, it's slipping on.
You're from here?
Yeah.
Okay, what was it like growing up?
It was a lot more. Everybody moved away.
Why didn't you take off?
I was the one that stayed and took care of Mama. Yeah. Now I'm ready to go because my kids got grown.
They grown. The
Yeah.
school shut down here though, huh?
Yeah. And my daughter graduating on the 13th from Phillips at the RN program.
Okay, congrats.
So she's moving to Little Rock.
Congrats. I was just there.
Mm-hmm. She's going to be working at the Baptist. She got a job offer there.
You pretty happy about that?
Yeah. I used to tell her all the time that why leave? You know, get your degree and leave. You can make something happen here. I wanted her, because she always wanted to be a nurse all her life.
Okay.
So I always wanted her to be like, you know, start a nursing home. You a nurse? Even if you start with 8 people, I'm raising my mama now because she got dementia and she has Alzheimer's. So I'm kind of keeping her now. And it be times where I just need a break for about a week or so. And that'll be good, you know, to have a place where you can drop them off and be all right for at least a week.
Yeah. Is there anything like that out here?
No. No. And she wanted to stay, and then it's just like a lot of hate, suppression, and she afraid. if she try to, do stuff here, people will, just like report false accusations. And sometimes you got to prove your innocence. You get a lawyer, because here in Phillips County, they can really accuse you, fill out an affidavit, accuse you of something that you didn't do, and then you got to get a lawyer.
Who does that?
Your people.
Oh, the community, someone in
Yeah.
town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't like you because they think you're better than them, but you're really not better than them. You just want different, So you think different.
Okay, so yeah, if you want to better yourself, then some people don't like that.
Right.
Okay.
So like this town is really fighting with each other. Right?
Really?
Yeah.
As we speak.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like Bloods and Crips stuff or what?
No, it's not. It's more of with the black community, we don't uplift each other. We feel like, because you want to do something, they feel like with the mayor, it's good, she got going on. It's a lot of black people don't like what she doing because they not doing it.
I just met her.
Yeah.
She seems pretty fired up on the town.
Yeah. I'll tell you one thing, she did more for this little small town than anybody I have ever seen done.
In all your years.
In all my years.
That's so cool.
And she got grants. The mayor don't get paid nothing here. I think $700 or something.
A month?
A month.
Ouch.
Yeah. How can you live off that? And she, I know, put in 40 hours. I don't agree with everything she does. But.
That's life, yeah.
Yeah. I respect her.
But she cares about the town?
Yeah, I think she cares about it.
All right.
Yeah, because we got a water grant. Have you seen our water tower? The worst water towers in the United States. Main Street still divides Elaine to this day. Black side, white side. It's like two black people that stay on this side of town. Black people stay over here, no white people.
So if I cross the main street, it's just gonna be whites over there?
Pretty much, it's two people.
You guys don't get along?
It's not that they don't get along. It's kind of like that secret, You don't see any white kids and black kids playing with each other here. Like you would never see, like no more than softball. They'll come get black kids to participate in t-ball and softball because it's not enough here. But for us, you seeing white kids and black kids riding their bikes together, that will never happen.
Why is it still like that here, do you think?
I think it's embedded in people, and it's just like nobody here that's really trying to break the cycle. I actually bought a house over there.
You live over there?
Yeah.
So they're cool with you living over there?
Not really.
Why'd you move over there?
I think because one, that's where the house was for sale at, and I'm determined if I can't, I can show you I can. You tell me I can't have this or I can't do that. That's my motivation to.
That's why I like you.
Do it.
I'm the same way.
Yeah. It's a big, big thing here, racism.
But you get along with him.
Yeah, I get along with a lot of white people.
But he's cool with you?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not everyone, obviously.
He's not from here. He's from DeWitt.
Where's that?
It's about 45 miles from here.
So it's totally different there?
Totally different.
Okay, so it really depends the town you're in the Delta.
Right.
Where those dynamics take play.
Right. The lady, she was telling me that she was going to sell the house, and every time she get ready to sell it to somebody black, somebody white will try to get it. It would be like, well, I'm going to get it. And she sold it to me. So that's how I got my first house over there.
How much, if you don't mind me asking, how much did you buy it for?
$40,000.
40 grand.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So a house in this town you can get for 40 grand.
Yeah.
Even cheaper,
you
right?
Could. Yeah. But there's no houses here.
Nothing for sale.
Nothing for sale because nobody's putting nothing back into this town. So it's just the cheery.
But it's up to you guys.
Yeah, it's up to us, God.
No one from the outside is going to save the day.
No. That's why I put in 3 tiny houses. Like, he came in and wired my 3rd tiny house.
Okay.
And I already had 2. They on Allen Street. They on the street behind the Dollar General.
I'll check them out.
Yeah, check them out.
They're new ones.
Yeah, they like sheds, and I turn them into Airbnbs.
Airbnbs.
Yeah, you should
People
stay
are
there.
people are coming here.
In the wintertime, I attract a lot of out-of-state hunters.
Oh, the hunters come in.
Yeah, they come in and hunt.
So this is how you started it.
Because property go real cheap here.
Blood, sweat, and tears. First tiny house Airbnb, 85% completed. You got all these guys to help you bring it in. Where do people work here in town?
Out of town. Like, I work in Stuttgart, and that's like an hour and 25 minutes away.
You drive an hour and 25 each way.
Yeah.
These gas prices killing you?
Yes.
TJ, love the fire.
Thank you.
Best of luck.
I'm getting ready to leave, though.
Town.
Yes.
You gonna sell your Airbnbs?
No. I'm gonna keep you. I might come back when I get about 30 years old.
Ma'am, TJ told me this side of Main Street, everyone's black, that side, everyone's white.
Yeah.
But you're on the black side.
Yeah.
How is it?
It's great to me. It don't bother me. I don't bother them. They all my friends.
That's cool. And you got your friend off camera. She doesn't want to be on camera, I understand.
No, she don't want to be on there.
Okay. So, not a problem at all for you?
Nope.
That's cool.
We get along good. She's my best friend. That's my granddaughter right there.
Oh, nice.
My great-granddaughter, yeah. We all cool here.
Did you grow up here?
I grew up at Snow Lake. That's way down the road.
Do you like Elaine?
Yeah, pretty good.
And these are TJ's places.
Yeah, that's TJ's place right there.
Take care, ma'am.
You too.
All the best.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, guys, it's always a process of discovery. And that's what keeps me doing this work, because, look, I go into these towns, I have no idea what I'm coming into. For example, Elaine, what TJ said, and here are her tiny homes. She's renting 3 of them. She's gonna do more, she said. But that's so cool. Super simple, straightforward. That looks like a brand new one right there. So here it is, Main Street, the dividing line in Elaine, with a few exceptions. Look, I don't have all the information on this story. We'll see if we can talk to someone on this side. Oh, that poor dog's got a hurt leg. What a beautiful dog. Bums me out. Okay, guys, so I'm glad I talked to you. You guys don't want to be on camera, but you're saying that's not the case over here. Your neighbor's black over here, your neighbor's black over here.
Everybody lives.
It's cool.
Next door to each other. There's so many interracial couples here. It's not like it used to be.
Okay.
Not at all. It's modern, more modern now than it was.
And I love black women, so.
You do.
And I'm out of here.
I kept you off camera, bro. Thank you. Oh, that was funny. So, there you go, guys. I'm not going to get to the total bottom of the story, but those guys were cool, and they're like, I got black friends and neighbors, so I guess it really depends who you talk to here of what's going on. I'm not going to fully understand this town in an hour, but hey, we got a little preview of what it looks like, and it is small town country Delta living. All right, guys, what an adventure today. We went deep Arkansas Delta. Didn't see it all, but definitely got a good experience today. Learned a lot from the locals, saw a lot. And unfortunately, this is the end of the Arkansas series. 5 videos in total. and it's been quite a journey. I've loved it. I've really loved this state. It's been a surprise. It's full of amazing people, hospitality. There are challenges like we saw today, and there are places like northwestern Arkansas, like a different universe economically, and a lot in between. So check out those other videos. I want to thank you, all the locals here in the state that brought me in, told me your stories, showed me around, and also you, the audience, for watching. Thanks for coming along on this journey. Until the next one.